There it goes. It wanted to do the little spinny dance a lot today. Hey, welcome to Creative Thursday with Leah and Jen. Uh, I'm excited for today. Haven't done this for a little while, and I'm just going to turn over to Leah. Leah. Well, it was amazing. Hey, hey, Leah, can you hear me? I don't know if it's just me.
I'm feeling my heartbeat in my hand. I'm starting to feel like a bead of sweat wanting to go down my back because it's hotter here than I anticipated when I put on the sweater. And I'm just gonna let that be okay. Just feel what your body's feeling. Take notice. Maybe just one more. Okay. All right. I love when I first started. I think I was on your show, Jen, and you started with that practice, and I just thought that's such an awesome way to set the intention and set the tone for how are you going to move forward, and just recenter yourself. So I love it.
Okay, so
I cannot hear you.
Yeah, we lost you. Can you hear me?
Why can't I hear you? Totally can't hear you.
So we're getting to have interesting again. We do this live in Unscripted.
There we go. I can hear you now.
Okay, we're getting to it's a live show, so we're getting to work with technology, and some of the stuff that Leah typically uses is actually in Idaho at my house versus in Canada where she's at. So we're finding plan B's and C's. There we go. On how to make this happen today. Leah, can you hear me? Okay, Anna can hear you. We did lose you a little bit in the beginning of that breathing. So, but I turned on the other mic. Yeah, blah blah blah. Here we are. I think we have all three cameras working, and we should be good to go. Uh, right? It just this is it. It's that being real in real life and recognizing that it's okay. It's okay if shiz happens. Yeah, let me put you in the camera, in the screen.
All
There
you
we go.
need for today is some watercolor paper, and this is shifted a little bit for me. Some watercolor paper, some watercolors. I've taped mine down. You don't need to. If you have a book or something, you can keep it in that. Again, I don't have my normal watercolors. I had the ones these are just like tubes. I had those at my house, so I just put some on a plate or a piece of cardboard for today, and that's going to be okay. I had some paintbrushes, and just learning to work with what you have is so important. And don't stop yourself just because you don't have all the perfect supplies and or the ideal supplies. Like I just that's part of the being a master experimenter. Okay, so I'm just gonna get some water. I'm gonna try and fit maybe 8 circles, but we're gonna start with some water here. So keep in mind just around 8 circles. So I'm gonna start in this corner here, and I'm just gonna drop some water in. Just a little bit of water. You don't want it soaking wet. I don't know if you can't really see it, but once I drop some color in, so I'm going to put it along the edge and start there. And this is like, you're going to get to play around with letting colors bleed together. I'm going to take some red and go on the other side and let it do its thing. I'm going to rinse my brush. Maybe take a yellow and put it in the middle. Allow the colors to just combine and encourage some movement there. So these are going to be cute little birds, cute little fat birds. I'm going to do it just because I don't like going in order. I'm going to start on the other side of the page, opposite corner, and make a slightly bigger bird on this side. So it's just a circle. The bird part of this will come, you'll need a Sharpie marker today. Keep that in mind as you're going through. So I'm going to start with some yellow. You can pick any colors. I encourage maybe 1 or 2 colors, maybe 3 that kind of can go together. So I like to mix complement colors together. So like orange and red.
Hey Leah, can you shift your paper just a little bit? What you're putting on now isn't in the camera. There we go. Thank you.
There we go. Okay. Thank you. I didn't realize. I like to go around the edge. You can start in the middle. You don't have to fill in the middle if you don't want. I'm going to do another one over here. You can put them anywhere. I think I'm aiming for about 8. This one turned out more like that, so I'm going to put a bit of green on this side. So I think of painting has not been a lot in my practice lately. And yet I still find myself needing an outlet. But in the last couple weeks, it's just been busy, or I just feel like I can't take that time to pull out the paints, and it feels like a process. And I know once I get into that and settle in, but there's always like some sort of interruption. So it makes it hard to want to start. But there's always something else, a different outlet that you can have for expressing, or maybe something that comes easier. I find when I'm not painting, my writing wants to come out more, and when I'm not writing, I'm painting more. Or
sometimes it's pulling out the ukulele and seeing what kind of stuff comes out that way, and finding other ways to express all the things that we're feeling. What are ways that you gravitate towards, Jen, when you're in a space that you want to create?
You know what I found interesting this week is I actually found myself saying, I think I want to sit down and paint, which is not typically my outlet. It's more usually I'm wanting to be physically active or be outside, and I just was experiencing some um, just some body memory of things, and getting recognition of it, and it I just felt like the slowdown would be a good idea versus going out and being active and just so wanting to paint. So typically it's going out and being active, painting. I like reading. I've also started going back to practicing some skills I haven't in a long time, which is remembering that I can play the piano a little bit, and just getting back to the music parts of me that have been outlets that I've kind of just set aside.
So when you're in those spaces and you're practicing, and just how does it feel?
Well, I honestly have to go into it and remind myself that it's just about practicing. It's not about perfection. It's about, it doesn't matter what I knew before. I have honestly sometimes still I have to really just self talk myself through it. But then I can relax into it, and it's fun. Like I enjoy it, and there are some things like I like just being outside that I can just go and do it and not give thought to. But I just think I'm in a space where there's a lot of change going on, and so my mind wants to work overtime, and I just get to be really mindful in all of my spaces.
Yeah, I think of so I've been following Joe Dispenza for years, and um, he comes in and out of my radar, and lately he's just been really in my presence, and just poking at my curiosity. And I was watching an interview with him the other day, and I just loved what he said around creating. He often talks about how when we're always creating. Um, it's the
Right?
difference is,
Consciously or not.
yeah, but are we creating from our past, the things that we know and the way of doing things that we know? Are we rehearsing our past, or are we rehearsing our future? And I love that he puts it that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I love that he puts it that way, because it gives us ownership. It gives us a sense of choice. And I loved when he was talking about when we have the opportunity to look at, instead of our default is our past, because we're wired to look for ways to not repeat painful moments in our past, in our future. So we're going to the worst case scenarios to avoid future chaos. Oh, sugar, that sucks. I splattered myself. And so when he says that when we're looking at creation, or when we're looking at our futures, and we can start creating our thoughts in relation to visualizing how we want to feel in the future. It's not about taking yourselves out of the present so much, but we're
Oh, we lost you. Hey, we lost you. I can.
Okay.
Oh, say something.
One second.
I turned on your computer mic for a minute. It might feedback.
How about
Just there you go. Welcome, everybody. Yep. Just, yeah. Just give it a little attention and touch. Just like the rest of us. Oh, I love that. Like I've been in those moments where it's like time stands still almost, and it's just this beautiful. It's for me, it's like a beautiful dance, and probably a lot of times that has happened. Like if I'm out when I'm out running in the hills, and when I was running lots and long distances, and just those moments of really being inside your body, but still aware of all the things that are around you. And I don't have words for it yet of how to describe that. And I've probably had that in moments of singing or maybe even moments of speaking where you just get in the mode and you get in the zone and you receive the downloads and you're talking, but then when you're done, you're like, I have no idea what I just said. And it's usually those moments that are people are like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe how eloquently you said that or how beautifully you put it." And you're like, "I was just speaking from being in the moment." It wasn't you make it like it's not about you, it's about what's coming through you, the creativity piece of what's coming through you. That has been my experience. I can't say I've experienced that with art yet, but no. Yeah. Honestly, I think that was the most challenging thing about the TED Talk is um there wasn't the room for inspiration in the way that I typically experience it as far as speaking goes. Like you had to have pretty much a set and maybe that was just me following the rules. I don't know. You had to have a set presentation and that's what you practiced and um yeah. So that probably was the most challenging part. I was telling you the other day, I would go up to our practices and I would I would write in my head what I was going to say on the way up to our practices. Yeah. Yeah. To what process?